I think I didn't find my husband yet because all the women expectations is really having the men go into a hole. Because who the hell is y'all to say y'all want a man that make 500,000 a year? They hide because of y'all unrealistic ass expectations. Send me somebody that got enough to make sure that I got lights on, water running, I'm smiling, and we eating. Y'all asking for the most. Y'all want a man to buy y'all a boat. I can't even say it right. Y'all want a man to buy y'all a boat, a yacht, and a crib, and pay for your kids' schooling, your desires, your kids' desires. Like that shit. You hear how unrealistic that shit sounds? This how a lot of y'all women sound. Ridiculous. That's why we ain't got nobody yet, because y'all scaring them into a damn hole. Please separate me from everybody else. Husband, come find me. You ain't gotta make 500K for me. You can make $500. If you can make that shit work all year and I'm eating, I'm good. I'm gonna be a totally 110%. I think I didn't find my husband yet because
She proves my point. She proves my point all the time. I tell you guys over and over again. Majority of these women don't really care too much about the money. One thing they really care about, if you can cater to their emotional needs. Emotional needs, gentlemen. That's the key to the game. If man can understand that concept of, okay, let me nurture this woman emotionally, everything is gonna follow through. She don't care if you a bum down the street. She will treat you like you a king, my dude. That's why she say, hey, you women with these high expectations, y'all not getting husbands. They're not. And then why you people get mad when they see the sexy world, or Hakeem will call them the peppers. Hakeem always call them the peppers, are getting
Yeah.
married. Because the man is catering to their emotional needs, and also the woman is catering to his needs. And say, you know what, baby, you can bring whatever to the table. I'm straight. Whoa, John Smith is in the building. Shout out to John Smith.
My eyes almost came out my head.
John Smith, no time no see, my brother. It's great to see you. It really good. It's great to see John Smith. Our first view, but it is what it is. Well, George said, well, now, Ronnie, I agree, but let's not get it carry away. No, Gore, I'm starting to realize that as I get older, and then you talk to different women, and you have not only talk to different women when you conversate with them, that really conversate with them, and not just focus on the intimacy aspect of it, but really go into a woman's mind. You start seeing like a woman always mentioned, I want a man that carries to my emotional needs. And the reason why today most marriages fail is because of the simple fact a lot of husbands not caring to their wife emotional needs. They focus on themselves too much, and that's why most marriages fail. So if guys can understand that concept, there'll be more men and there'll be more women getting married. Go ahead, Akeem.
Um, we've talked about this time and time again. We need to get back to the old ways when judging a man based on his character will get you to where you need to go. Most men with good characters keep a job. Not saying there's not bad guys who keep a job, but most men with good characters keep a job, wants to get married, and wants a family. Most men who has some sort of a religious background wants to get married in the thing and do these things.
Shout
So
out to Why High.
shout
Go
out to
ahead.
Waha. He said, guys, that's why lying to them works for me, even at my age. He said that sounds like an emotional, and I don't negotiate with terrorists. Thank you, Jason Young. I'm gonna land this with this. Meet somebody with the same mindset as you. That's why we have to talk to people. That's it.
Yes, it's also called process of elimination. You can't find the one that meets your needs. It's easy to eliminate. If you don't, like I say, asking the questions on a date first. And also I think is like sometimes men believe they can change women, which that's the absolute worst thing you could do. Or believe you could change a woman. If you think you could change a woman, you don't, you're not doing the right thing. You just gotta find a woman but has the right mindset with you, who willing to work with you. There are some women who willing to build with you. I've talked to men in their 20s. You try to build yourself up. You don't have the funds yet. There are some women out there. There might not be a lot, but there are some women out there who are willing to see if you got a plan. They will build with you, help you build. And if that woman helps you build, that means you find the right type of man you can, get married to and possibly have kids with, if you want to do all that, or if you don't want to get married, have a long-term relationship and everything. Yeah, it's just, a lot of these women that goes viral, on Instagram, YouTube, I want the 666 figures, I want the nice cars and nice rides and everything. We just need more women like her, more to speak out like that. And also, speak about, see more panels like that, it gets, I think we should do that, in the future, if we have like, once we get a studio, we have, like I said, one side of women, 2 or 3 women that talk about, 666, and then we have, the other side of women to talk about, how, all we care about, is the emotional need of a man. We don't care about that. All we care about, if a man is competent and he's quality and he can do the things he needs to do, and that's basically it. Just try to count the man about how much money he makes, what kind of car he drives, what kind of house he has, all the stuff, especially the guys in their 20s who really don't have it like that, which is crazy, very, very crazy to say. But yeah, I just wish more women like her could speak out and keep on speaking out, because more of these women can speak out, the more the men can see, okay, I can see there are women out there like her who does look at me, how much money I'm making and everything, who doesn't value me, see that I have a plan, it might not be super rich or anything like that, but I do have a plan to have a nice quality life for me and also for her. And then if you have a family, have a quality life for your family as well.
Because Jordan, you got to think about it. When a woman's dealing with a guy that's like, let's say making 6 figures or have all this money, there's a guy that she probably have on the side that ain't got nothing, and she just having conversation with him every morning or every evening. He making her he makes her feel good about herself, even though she got a guy that's making a 6 figure and taking her to the yard, taking her to the games, and taking her to all these expensive dinner. I'm telling you, as you get older, you're starting to realize how life truly works. It's not about the money. I'm telling you, when it comes to a woman, people always say, it's the money, it's the money. Bro, I seen girls stay with guys in a car. You know what I'm saying? The guy have nowhere to go, and the woman's there with him in his car. I thought it was all about the money. No, she's emotionally, physically connected to that guy. What drives women is not their logic, it's their emotion. That's the secret to the game. Even Hakeem shake his head. That's the secret to the game. If guys understand that, I'm telling you, God will have more success rate with women. Hakeem, you muted.
What's my guy's name? Who the lion?
Who?
Lion.
Oh, Ruthless.
If Ruthless, yeah, he would agree with us. He already pinpointed this. So
yeah, he already pinpointed. Yeah, that's the thing. And then Mr. Muhammad say, "What's her number?" Muhammad, I don't know. You probably have to Google her because she said she's open and she's available. So shoot your shot, my brother, and let me know how that turned out. Even Hakeem, let him know so I can know. Well, go ahead, Jordan. Go ahead. Final topic of the show. Go ahead.
All right, final topic of the show. We're gonna talk about Amani Talks. She has a podcast. We usually, talk about her when she goes viral on her Instagram, and she talked about how women does have reproductive values of having the kids and everything. She feels like since women can have kids, there is some type of value that you could use, to use, if you're childless or do you have a kid, because a lot of men do want kids and everything, you do have a basic value for yourself that, if you could have kids, you could use that to your advantage, to get a quality man. But other than that, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Men are more reproductively valuable because we can only have one baby at a time. And a lot of men want children. So if you're dealing with the average man that wants children and the average woman that wants children, the woman is going to be more valuable. And I think that women have really forgotten this. They have let the tables get turned around on them for them to really feel like the man is the prize. How is the man the prize? You are the one that holds a baby in your system for 10 months. You're the one that has to risk your life. We're not just baby makers. We're not just wives. I talk about that all the time too. But in the very least, you're more valuable in the dating market because of your reproductive value, and the man should be trying to prove why he should be the one, like I said, that takes you out of commission for 9 to 10 months. Don't let these men fool you. Don't let society fool you. Don't let these desperate situations fool you into thinking, oh, I just got to get me a good man. No, a good man has to get you. Women are more reproductively valuable because we can only.
Something to think about. So go ahead, Hakimi. What's your take about what she said? Do you agree or disagree?
I 50% agree with her and 50% disagree with her. I do think that there's a certain sector of men who value children. So a woman who can bear children are going to be very high on the totem pole. But all men are not a monolith. Most men, there's men who don't want kids. Women add value in other ways. She says that who is the prize? Now, here's the something that I want to say in this. You will lose every time you speak on who's more valuable than who. That's belittling rhetoric, and nobody wants to step into a situation where they feel less than. This was a comment on her. When we start to try to compare and contrast who's better than who, everybody loses. We all bring a certain value into the situation. Even if a woman can't bear kids, she can be a man's piece. There are women who are mothers to kids that are not biologically theirs. There are some women in our history who've never birthed a child, have done great things. There's always a place for people. We just need to get back to the days of old and focus on the content of the person, how the person is they going to do right with you. You and the person has the same type of mentality. So I don't believe when she say that, oh, men are not the prize, women are more the prize. No, we're all the prize. It's just that who we are the prize for, that's who depending on.
Yeah, but the concept of the prize, I think the reason why she said women are the prize because the simple fact is women because of their womb. And I always tell women that when you have kids with a when you bear a man child, you give him the most bare part of yourself, the whole essence of yourself, which is your womb. That's why you just don't give that to anybody. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of women do. So be it. But oh, shout out to Jalen also in the building, Hakeem.
Brown, brown, driving me wow.
She said, I'm watching from the clouds. Cloud emoji with the eye. I mean,
Houston
she's watching.
finest in the building.
Really do greatly appreciate it. But women do what they want. But at the end of the day, if you ask me, Hakeem, I love your take on it. Both parties are the prize, man and woman, because they both bring value to each other. But
Mm-hmm.
the ultimate prize, I always tell people, is the woman's womb. If she give that to that man, that means she care enough for that man to carry that. That's deep. Go ahead, Jordan.
But the thing is, some women don't. There are some women that really don't. Some women they just want to get pregnant because they could get child support, or they could get
Which is
be in the
true.
section, which is Section 8 as well. Which we have a problem in that in our community as well. So, what she said, I do agree. 50% of it, there's some, like I said, there's some type of value, but you are right, Hakeem. When it comes to you talk about value stuff, when it comes to talks with men and women, it's like you kind of defend yourself in the argument because because we go to a relationship, you kind of basically on value in a way, which you really shouldn't in any way. It really shouldn't have like what can we do to make the relationship work and everything instead of value and everything. And also the thing is like women has a reproductive rights and everything, but the thing is like for women, they have a time clock with their hands when they get in the 40s and 50s. There's a likely chance they can't have kids. Once it comes to men, we can have kids all the way up to 60, 70, or 80 years old and everything. It depends on if we wait to get married in our 50s and then we get with a woman that's in her 30s or 20s, or if a man's in their 60s who makes a lot of money, gets with a woman's in their 30s and 20s, they can still have kids if that's what he wants to do, whatever, and all that type of thing. So, there is, like I said, there is some type of value, but also there's very limited value because, women, when it comes to 40s and 50s, they can stop having kids and everything. But thing, but when women carry kids and they 10 months and 10 months in their body, in their womb. Not just that, women that can have 2 kids, twins, triplets, or more than that. That's astounding. Even though that's it's a very short percentage of women that can do that and everything. But the women's womb is very, very valuable. Especially if you're in a long-term relationship and marriage. That's is very, very sacred and everything. So I just hope for her, direct to women that what she is directing the woman is like, hey, make sure you protect your womb. Don't just give it out of nowhere to anybody like that, because if you do, men would start seeing, especially if you're not married, it's like, hey, she baby with kids and everything. Or there might be men that's like, hey, I could be in a relationship, maybe I could put a baby in her, since she didn't she wasn't married at the time for her first kid and everything. But there are some women who change the ways of thinking. So next time I'll have a kid, I'm gonna be married and everything. But there are some men that look at that and say, hey, which they have the right to do, and not have that as an option. Say, hey, maybe I'm looking for a single woman to have kids with, instead of being a woman that has a kid or two or anything like that. So yeah, man, it just depends on, like I said, for men and women, it's just what you want. If you like somebody that does have a kid, man or women, and you think you can work with that and possibly build a family with that, hey man, Jesus on, it could work out for you. So
Shout
Today's a
out
good
about
day.
hey,